We all get consumed by something. Music, film, a good book, perhaps even that new healthy lifestyle. On Consumed, we talk to people about what's consuming them. So, let's get consumed. Hello, and welcome to Consumed. This week, we're going to be consuming Murray Hernon. Hello, Murray. How are you?
Hey man, yeah, I'm great, thanks. How are you doing?
I am well. I am well. So, Murray, how do we know each other?
We know each other from many, many years back, which I don't actually want to calculate off the top of my head, back from the good old St George's School, high school years. Yeah, back
Yeah.
to year 7. When was that?
That would be that would be 29 years ago.
Not good enough. Yeah, I like it.
It's
I
gonna be
like that
30
score.
years. 30 years next year.
That's mad, isn't it? We should probably do something about that.
Yeah, that is I hadn't actually thought about that number until you said I'm not gonna do the maths, and then I was like, I'll do it.
I think you've done
That's
the maths.
29
Yeah,
years. Yeah, that's bonkers, isn't it?
yeah, it is bonkers. Yeah, but that was some time ago. Good times.
It was some time ago indeed. Yeah. So what did you have for dinner?
I had leftover chicken and mushroom pasta that I made yesterday. So it was really
Yeah, nice.
tasty, but there was no adventure there. Busy day at
Mm,
work, in the
mm,
fridge, warm it
mm.
up. Yeah, done.
Yeah. So when I last saw you was at, cat content for the tape. Murray's cats just walked through, black and
Leith,
white.
that one's
Leith,
Leith,
like
yeah.
sunshine on
Yeah.
Leith.
And where I live, funnily
That is where
enough.
you live. You live in Leith?
I live in Leith
I
in
knew
Edinburgh, yeah.
Yeah, I did know that actually. Um, so yeah, when I last saw you, I think you were talking about I think you were you going self-employed?
Yeah,
Did you do that?
yeah, so I've been self-employed for about 12, 13 years now, but
Oh, okay.
the last 3 years I've been operating a full-fledged sort of engineering business thing, doing what
Nice.
I do. So when I moved up here, I sort of blagged it that I was a company rather than just a solo person, and occasionally some people believed me and gave me some work, and it's sort of taken on from there. It was a slow start. It was a slow start, and
Yeah,
I was worrying about paying mortgages and stuff for about 18 months, but now it's sort of just about head above water.
good. That's good. Do you employ people?
Subcontract other companies and
Oh,
things
okay.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, love to.
yeah.
I would love to grow, but also I don't really want to manage lots of people.
Oh, do you know what? I totally agree. It's
Yeah,
too much
yeah,
admin.
the people are awful in general. Most people are terrible, and then you're beholden to them because you owe them money. So yeah, not try and stay away from that if I can.
Yeah, that's a good shout actually. Yeah, I don't think I could ever work for anyone else ever again. I think I'm self-employed forever now.
Yeah, mate, absolutely. I think that's the reason I chose to progress a business is because of the thought of going on under a manager and a salary and stuff and not choosing how I wanna work and things, and I get exactly the same as you. Yeah, you can now
Yeah,
you do it your way.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
quite freeing, hey.
yeah. Absolutely, it is indeed. So, um, you've just recently been on holiday.
Yes. Yep. Just got back from
Where have you been?
Iceland last week. Lovely Iceland.
How
Wonderful.
many
Nice.
times did you crack the joke? That's why mums go to Iceland.
Well, my partner is from Croatia, so it would have it would have just failed, and I'm pretty sure the locals are probably bored of it, so I just, yeah,
Yeah,
didn't go there.
yeah. Just maybe once at passport control on the way in.
Oh, yeah, well, that gets you through the quick line if you do it that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good. So, what did you do in Iceland?
Just, like it's a beautiful place, and I
Mm.
like the outdoors, so we just drove around, lots of photos, lots of walks to see waterfalls, and it was like daylight pretty much. There's like 23 hours of daylight when we were
Oh,
there. So
yeah.
it's just like quite a unusual place to be, and it's like being on the surface of Mars and stuff. It's really cool. If you've not been, I would
Mm.
highly, yeah, go. It's, one of my favorite places in the world, definitely.
Yeah. I have not been actually. I've not been. Yeah. It's on the list. It's on the list with Japan. I also still wanna go to Japan.
Japan's
That's been on the
amazing.
list. Yeah.
Tokyo's incredible. My sister lived there for about 8 years in the end.
Oh, yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I had an opportunity to go over and get a bit of a locals
Yeah.
tour and stuff, and yeah, it's an amazing place. Very
Yeah. Yeah. They're on the list. I'm sure I'll go there at some point. Now, at the moment, it's just trying to scrabble money together, try and get like a 2-week holiday in France with the kids. But
Is
yeah.
that a holiday?
It's an experience.
I'm not a child, owner. I don't own children.
Yeah.
I just, own small
Cats.
fluffy animals. It's a bit
Yeah.
different.
Yeah. I mean, it's a different type of holiday, obviously. But if the kids are entertained and they're having fun, then you'll have a nice time. Last time we went, when the kids were really young and they took a lot of like entertaining,
Yeah.
it's quite full on. And then last time we went, Amy took a book and I was like, "When are you gonna read that?" I'm like, What?" And then but actually the kids entertained themselves quite a bit, like and so she actually read half of it, which is
Amazing.
amazing.
No one finishes a book on holiday anyway, so,
Yeah.
achievement. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, hopefully this year, now that you're a year older, they'll spend even more time kind of entertaining themselves and not just nagging me the whole time, which is part of the fun.
I imagine you're quite entertaining on a holiday, though. I'd imagine you've got some games, got some car games. I can see
Do you know
you
what?
as no?
I'm
You don't not
no,
even practice the podcast, interviewing,
I
I
I
Spy?
oh, yeah, in the car, yeah, I did a bit of I Spy. Yeah, Amy's actually pretty good for it as well, and to be
Sure.
honest with you, the kids kind of I'm just so tired from looking after the kids that I've got no energy, and sometimes as well, like, if I'm too I can't be too silly with them because they need to understand the boundaries. So if it's just a
Yeah.
big free for all of being silly. So sometimes I feel like I'm being boring all the time, but it's not. I find myself like, I remember when I was younger, I would do stuff and my dad would often just go and just let out a huge sigh.
And
I
do you find yourself making that exact
Oh,
sign now and be like,
oh god, like
yeah.
3 or 4 times a day. Which is hilarious. My dad actually listens to this podcast as well, so I'm sure he'll find that funny.
Shout out,
Yeah. Shout out to Bruce.
Bruce.
Um, what have you been consuming recently? What have you been into?
I have been, pretty much all encompassed in my business, which is boring. We're not gonna talk about that. Until recently when I finally sort of got some spare time back and then to just get back into, collecting vinyl and
Oh,
photography.
nice.
It's probably my 2 sort of I'm not really making any music. I used to dabble with, like, playing around with production stuff and things in my bedroom, which is really fun, but, I just don't find I have the time that lines up with the mental,
Yeah.
like, faculty. But yeah, so yeah, I'll just buy heaps of records and listen to loads
Mm,
of stuff.
mm.
And yeah, just lots of things really.
What kind of stuff have you been buying?
Um, I've recently got really into a Scottish label called Lost Map.
Right.
And the main guy who runs it, is called Pictish Trail, and I recommend all
Right.
your listeners to check him out 'cause he's awesome. And he lives on a little Scottish island called Egg. Um,
Cool.
and runs sort of the label from that island and then just sort of comes over to the mainland and stuff. He's getting quite famous now. He's doing very well. His recent album is pretty successful. But
Oh,
they basically support a whole swathe of sort of weird electro-y, folky, Scottish roots, but then modern local music and stuff. So they got heaps of cool stuff on their roster. Really
oh.
enjoying them at the moment.
Yeah, that's
Then
amazing.
obviously there's loads of drum and bass from my university years that takes up most of the shelf space, but I'm not ever getting rid of it. So
No, you can't.
no,
You can't at all.
can't. Yeah.
Yeah. I recently just started I mentioned this on a previous podcast, but I recently just started putting £5 a week into a pocket for records,
Mhm.
and I just hadn't been paying attention to it, and then last week I was like, "Oh, I got 45 quid in there."
Oh,
And,
amazing.
um,
That'll get you a
and s
couple of
it did get me a couple of records. I got, I got the very first CD I bought when we were in year 9. Um, think of
oh,
me as a teenager. Who what
are we going down year 9? Like, is that like the Offspring Americana sort of era?
Yeah, but it wasn't Americana.
Is it Less Than Jake? Or is
It
it
wasn't
Offspring?
Less Than Jake. No, 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 it wasn't Offspring. No, it wasn't
You
Offspring.
were really into, I can't remember, Smashing Pumpkins?
Oh, good guess. And I actually couldn't find Siamese Dream on
That is
vinyl.
a fantastic album. Yeah.
Yeah, great
That went on
shout.
the that was on the car in Iceland.
Oh, really?
First
Oh,
time in, like, 20 years I listened to it, I think, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, it's really good." Forgot
oh,
about
it
it.
is, isn't it? Yeah, it's one that I don't go back to many, like, albums from that era at all, really. And so that's why I was kinda collecting a few on vinyl that I do enjoy going back to. So I've got a few Pixies albums.
Nice.
Um, I haven't yet got the Smashing Pumpkins. This was actually Californication.
I don't know why that wasn't my first choice, actually. Yeah, it should have been. Yeah,
Yeah,
apologies.
and do you know what? Like, I haven't listened to that in a long time. I saw it. I've already got Blood Sugar Sex Magic on vinyl because Amy bought it for me for Christmas. I saw it and thought,
'Cause you have
I
it
just think
written on you, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Not Californication. I've got Blood Sugar Sex Magic written on me. Um, I just looked at it and thought, I don't listen to it, but I feel like I should have it in my collection. So I
Yeah.
bought that
Yeah,
for 25 quid.
I have that with Eels, and it's
Mm,
like, I loved Eels all through that era and listened to
yeah.
all their stuff religiously, and I don't have a single album on and it's sort of in my head, so I need to go and just buy them all,
Mm,
and then I can put them on the shelf and probably listen to them once every
yeah.
12 months. But
But that's it, isn't it? I mean, back in the day, I had so many CDs, like hundreds of CDs, but I don't use CDs anymore. So it's almost like I'm like my record collection is like starting again because I use Spotify in the car all the time.
yeah.
So like it's more like actual ownership of it. So
Yeah,
like going back and
there's
get
a
those
difference
classic
between
ones.
having something on a shelf though and
Mm. Mhm.
having something in I hate Spotify. It doesn't give me any, like,
Yeah,
discovery joy or
no,
re-listening joy. Um,
no.
Whereas if I take the time to, like, unfold it.
Cat. There's another cat. Um, Oh, yes, I totally agree. So, I also bought, an artist, their album called a guy called Tyler Ballgame, who I mentioned, I don't know, February on this podcast.
Mhm.
It's kinda like I don't know what it is. It's like an Americana indie kind of folky rock thing.
I've definitely
Just
heard the
quite good
name.
tunes.
Not sure I've heard it though. I'll check it out.
Mm.
Go
Yeah,
on.
it's pretty chill. It's like good tunes. But again, like I was just like I was listening to that on Spotify, and I was like, so sometimes, like, on Spotify, it will serve me stuff up, but I saw them on Jules Holland, and so I thought I'd listen to them, and then did for, like, 2 weeks, but then I know I like an album when I go back to it afterwards. Because sometimes I just listen to an album for 2 weeks and then stop,
Yeah,
and never listen to it ever
and
again.
then and you get to the end of it and you're like, "I've consumed it," as you I would like to say, but I don't want seconds. It's like,
No.
yeah.
Going back to Eels, this was totally random. On Friday night, I watched a show called, Top of the Pops: The Story of the Year 2000. Right? So this is the TV
Hard-hitting
show.
journalism.
Very hard hitting. Well, what was a bit weird, so they were talking about Top of the Pops, obviously, the TV show, and what was a bit weird is that they opened up they kind of did a deep dive on each kind of artist, and so the first one they did was, Craig David, and kinda went into Craig David, he was big at the time. Then they did some other artists later on, like S Club 7 and, like, some other people as well, I can't remember. But the second artist they did after Craig David was Eels, and I was like, "Man, that is so random."
That is
Like,
random.
and
Were
Mis
they top of the poppy?
well, this is the thing, yes.
Uh,
They were, and, like, Mr. E was
Sellouts. That
actually on, like,
changed
now.
everything. No
Yeah,
way.
so, like, this is, like, a recent TV show, and he was on chatting, like, talking about them coming over and recording in a studio and always making it quite silly and all that kind of stuff. They must have had about 4 or 5 performances. Just
Crazy.
I know. It was so bizarre. I hadn't
I
thought about Eels
suppose
for
was it
ages.
Susan's House was like a big one, wasn't it? That was
Yeah.
definitely on the
I
radio.
yeah, they had the one that's like, "Goddamn right, it's a
Yeah.
beautiful day."
Oh,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Mr. E's Beautiful Blues, yeah.
Yes, there you go. And some others. But yeah, I was just like, Craig David, then Eels. But what they were talking about was, Top of the Pops, diversity.
I mean,
Into
that's
it
quite a span of
Yeah,
yeah.
and that's it. And then, you'd go from Eels and it would cut to something like S Club 7 or whatever. And Eels were, proper band.
Yeah.
It, it was interesting hearing from Mr. E because I hadn't actually seen him for ages. When he came on screen, I was like, "Who is that?" I recognise that guy. He's got quite a grey beard now because he didn't always have a beard, but
Well,
um,
yeah, he's probably an aged gentleman almost now.
yeah, yeah.
If
I mean, he still looked
we're
like him.
40, Alex, so
Yeah,
all our childhood heroes are in Zimmer frames.
yeah. And I mean, if they were talking about some of the pops in the year 2000, that's 26 years ago. So mind you, he was probably only in his 20s. Um, but yeah, it was surreal. But yeah, it was nice to see from them. So you mentioned music and photography. So what you were in Iceland taking photos. So do you do anything with your photos? Or are they just for fun?
I like to occasionally put one up on the wall or gift one or
Mm,
something if they're really good. But,
yeah,
half of it's just the act of being a bit creative, I think. It's not
yeah,
like I did have when I moved up to Scotland, obviously being close to I like landscapes, and mountain
yeah.
photography. So I was like, "Ah, this is gonna be great. Maybe I could have a little side hustle, become"
Mm,
and it's like when Instagram was still about just photos, it hadn't become like a social media sort of
mhm,
behemoth. Um,
mhm,
and then I quickly found that really, really boring.
mm.
And
Took the
it
fun
took
out of
it
it.
well, yeah, well, it's always like it wasn't even fun to start doing it, so I had, like, a bunch of photos, but I'd just be like, "Well, I'm happy with them, I can't be
Yeah,
bothered to then start hashtagging things," and yeah,
yeah,
um,
yeah, yeah.
so the it's definitely just it's a hobby, but, yeah, it's good fun, and it's nice to have, like, things in your house, like, I think I've taken some really good ones, so when there's
Mm,
some stuff on the wall, people are like, "Oh, that's really cool," and I'm like, "Oh, thanks," that's quite nice,
yeah,
but
yeah. That's a Murray original. Is that what you
yeah.
say?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, yeah. I'll sign them a copy on the way out, and yeah.
Yeah, good. Yeah. And these are random people from the street that just walk in.
Yeah, well, my front door's always
Yeah.
open.
Take a
It's
photo of that.
Edinburgh's very safe, so,
Yeah.
yeah, people are very friendly, so, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, this is true. What do you use when you take your photos? What kind of camera you got?
I've got a Fujifilm X-T5, a
That means
mirrorless
nothing to me.
mirrorless compact APS-C. There's probably other letters that they give it as well, but I can't remember. But it's like a good camera, but not like super elite. It's just like it's very good for your sort of normal person, but
Yeah,
it's not like the super elite crazy one.
yeah, yeah. And do you do much in post?
Yeah, because that's something I didn't find too much fun, but
Uh-huh.
you sort of have to a little bit to like get the contrast out and the details out and sort of
Yeah,
yeah, that sort of ready for publishing level photo. You can't get it straight out the camera unless
yeah.
you've got a bit of software. Like, your phone will do a bit of that,
Mhm.
like sort of the HDR thing, but when you're shooting with a sort of a proper camera, you kind of have to
Yeah,
do those tweaks yourself, really.
yeah. Is there a bit of a skill to that? Because you don't wanna tweak it so much that it looks like it's
Definitely. Well, like, and yeah,
generated.
like the early photos I look at now, I was clearly just getting quite excited about all the fun settings that you could do. And looking at
Yeah,
them now, I was like, that looks like a Star Trek scene. That's like
yeah,
the colors are not real,
yeah.
So then, yeah, then I think the skill is learning to get that image back into what your head saw when you took it.
Yeah.
Because there's usually something like, "Oh, fuck, that's really cool. I definitely wanna take a
Mm,
photo of that comp and the light is amazing." And then you
mm.
take a photo of it, and in your head, you've remembered that photo, and then
Mm.
you have to get back to the screen and try and get that memory back on the
Oh,
screen. That's sort of,
man.
so I find, like, quite a high miss rate on that. I realise I've not actually taken the photo that I was looking at.
Yeah. That is
I was
hard,
like
though.
maybe hyping it up in the excitement of the moment sort of thing. And
Yeah.
actually, it
No.
was just a cloudy day in a mountain, so
Yeah, but that's part of the artistic,
Yeah,
eye.
exactly. That's sort of part it's a bit like the kind of the joy of it as well because, yeah, I'm sure professionals have a much more consistent workflow and but when you're sort of it's kinda like, yeah, mining for gold a little bit. You're like, "Oh, yeah, I got it right, and it all
Mm.
lined up, and I've ended up with something I'm really happy with." So that's
Yeah.
part of the reward for sure.
Yeah,
Same
nice.
with making a
Great.
tune. Sometimes you make a tune, it starts out really well, and it ends up
Mhm.
absolute bollocks. and you don't know why. Like, I've definitely made so many crappy housey drum and bassy things when through my uni years where I was like, "Yes, banging," and at the end, I'm like, "No one can ever hear this." You know, delete.
Yeah. I haven't wasted, but it feels like I've just wasted 3 days. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I would waste anyone else's time by giving them the opportunity to hear it. Yeah.
Oh, man, I tell you what, I see this guy, I think it's called his YouTube's called Loop Kitchen, and he sometimes does really interesting videos on, like, looped music. So I watched an interesting one on the Avalanches and an interesting one on DJ Shadow, 'cause those DJ Shadow's first album was just the first album that was completely made by sampled tracks. There
Mhm.
was no original music on there. But he has like he's got like a loop, um, what would you call it? Like library that you can pay to use, but I just don't have I just really wanna just do that and just make tunes just 'cause then I don't have to actually create any music,
Yeah,
but I can just
exactly.
create songs.
I mean, then you can go down the hardware route and get a little, like, APC samplery thing off
Mm,
eBay for a few hundred quid and just chuck
yeah.
samples in. And that is really good fun, and, that's a direction I would go if, I become rich and famous and have loads of spare time and the
Yeah.
opportunity to build a music room. So, once I get to that moment in about 6 to 12 months,
Yeah.
um,
That's it.
yeah,
Well, this is it. I just haven't time to do anything like that, which is a real
no.
shame. Yeah.
It takes time to, be creative, I think, and that's the struggle I have with it. At least it takes time for me to be creative. Some people just seem to be able to just do it,
Yeah.
but if I'm
I know what you
tired
mean.
or something, at the end of the day is, like, my least creative moment,
Yeah.
and then, in the morning, the last thing I'm thinking about is let's just cancel the day and go and
Yeah.
plink around with my synthesizer, which is what I did during uni because I was just, you know,
Yeah.
not
'Cause
doing
you're good.
very much. Yeah.
Oh, man, I picked up a 17-year-old lad this week and it's the summer holidays, and the week before, he had forgotten that I'd moved his lesson, and he just basically got out of bed, and so he was a bit sleepy, and so anyway, I picked him up this week, and I was like, "Oh, what have you done today to prepare for today's lesson?" And he said, "Oh, I've just been watching cartoons." I was like, "Oh, man." I'm just so
And it's what,
jealous.
3:30 in the afternoon?
2 o'clock. Yeah, oh, I was just, like, watching cartoons, and, I
Nice.
was like, "What you been
Although
watching?"
I yeah, I again, not having the tiny humans, I do occasionally give myself that sort of,
Mm.
but then I actually feel like I've wasted a day and it's not as fun, and the cartoons aren't that good anymore. I don't understand them. Too
What are you
complicated.
watching?
Oh, well, whatever's on TV. I don't know. No,
Oh,
I'm
right,
not.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. I don't actually watch cartoons. Yeah. I'd like to think I do,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah. Well, I watch kids' shows all the time, but, that's with my children.
yeah. Bluey,
Bluey. Yeah, I was actually watching that earlier. Yeah. And it is good. It is good.
that would be fun.
So I told you I was gonna ask you, some questions. I didn't give you much time to think about it, so sorry about that.
No,
But,
that's all right.
if you were on a desert island, which dessert would you eat first?
I actually found this one quite hard because I'm not a huge dessert person.
Do you know
So
what? I was
there's a
thinking
cheese.
that.
I
I
mean, if there
was
was a
like,
Mount cheese board on the island, then I would
yeah,
go cheese board 100%. Otherwise, sticky toffee pudding,
yeah.
something like a classic.
I so much cat,
So much cat.
action right now. For the
Yeah.
benefit of the tape, there's a cat wrapping itself around Murray's head. When I sent you that question, I thought in my head, I can't remember seeing Murray eat a dessert.
I mean, there's
And
been a
so
bit of a hiatus since we've sort of known each other, so that if your defining memory from moons, many moons back would be Murray eating a cake. I think that's possibly not like
yeah,
I'd
yeah.
have got myself wrong, I think, if that was
Well, I'm like, what do I think? What can I remember about Murray? Oh, eat cake. Yeah. No. So that was it. So cheese. Any particular cheese that you would have on your board?
Well, a selection, obviously, get a soft goats, get a nice hard, get like a stinky runny one, maybe a blue cheese, yeah.
Mm.
Probably a bit of, just a little bit of dried fruit, some grapes,
Mhm.
quince paste, all the
All the
crackers.
stuff.
Yeah, all this, yeah, it's gotta be a smorgasbord, if that
Mhm.
is the correct term, yeah.
Well, kind of. Yeah, yeah. Excellent. You're not the first person to say, "I don't really eat desserts," when I've asked them that question.
I mean,
I
I
believe
do like them when they're forced upon me, um, but, uh, I'm not like a psychopath. I do enjoy sweet things and,
Yeah.
joy. But yeah, I'm a savoury man, savoury food.
Tom Beecham said cheese as well, I think. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen Tom eat cake.
Oh, I've seen Tommy Cake.
Okay. Good. It's good to know.
Definitely. He said he didn't like sweet things, but he also said that he eats a piece of chocolate every time he comes home from work. So, yeah, but maybe not full on desserts.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you had a time machine, where would you go?
Well, Iceland was a bit of inspiration there because all the volcano lava
Oh.
and dried lava on the ground was, like, super cool. So I was thinking it'd be pretty good to go back to, like, the dawn of the Earth, crazy volcanic period with, some sort of protective suit, I'd imagine would
Yeah,
come free with the time machine. Um,
yeah.
yeah, see, geologic time, go back ages ago. That'd be pretty mad.
So, like, if you were, say, because obviously Iceland it wouldn't have been there at one point. It is like a giant volcano that just popped up,
Yeah.
isn't it, into the sea. So if you were just in the time machine and the time machine was right, yeah, in 30 seconds, it's gonna an island's gonna appear, and it just starts
Yeah.
powering
That
up. I'm
that
sure
that
that's how it
yeah,
happened.
exactly, that'd be cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
I I do remember from geography learning about, so Hawaii is the same, and the reason it's in that kind of line is because the tectonic plates kept moving
Yeah.
and moved
Was
the
it
volcano or something like
I can't remember. Subductive is one of them, something to do that, and then
that.
the other one is the other one. It's
Trans something.
yeah,
Oh,
correct. Yeah.
yeah. I got
Um,
an E at A-level geography.
good.
I
I think I
thought I
got
was
an
gonna
E
get
at
a U.
AS level economics. I dropped that.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, that sounds exciting anyway, being around at that point. I mean, as well, so, you live in Scotland. Scotland is actually kind of split in half if we're talking about tectonic plates, isn't it? You got almost where
Yeah,
Loch
well,
Ness
the
is, isn't it?
bloke who postulated them, James Hutton, um,
Yeah,
he was the guy who said there's definitely tectonic plates because Scotland's on a bit of a wonk. So,
yeah,
like, the East Coast sticks up and sort of and he got laughed out of the, like, Royal Society and stuff for ages, and we
yeah.
didn't even put tectonics in textbooks until the '80s.
Really?
Yeah,
1980s?
yeah.
Whew,
So,
crazy.
yeah, it's strangely like we were, like, some of the first children to be taught it properly,
Probably.
and it stuck, you know? You can tell
It did,
between the
well, yes.
yeah,
We both knew about it.
correct, yeah.
How else would we know? I don't think anyone's chosen to go that far back yet.
Yeah, I mean, human history is probably quite interesting, but I think you'd you'd struggle to get the date right, you know? You turn up
Yeah,
2 days late, nothing's happening. You missed the big event. Caesar's already dead, that sort of thing, so,
yeah. People are
um
just sweeping up, yeah. Like, "Oh, you missed it 2 days ago."
I suppose you could then use the time machine again. I don't know how many jumps you get. We didn't yeah,
Whatever you want, really, it's fine. It's a
exactly,
bit like
yeah.
Bill and Ted. Yeah, go wherever you want.
Great film.
So, if you were in a time machine, uh oh, no, I asked you that question. If you were on a game show, sorry, what would your specialist subject be?
Yeah, actually, this was definitely the hardest question. I
Mm,
don't
it
think
is
I'm
harder than
a
that.
sort of super pro at anything. Like, I'm not very good with films, music, remembering the names of things and speaking in long sentences. No, it would probably be something, like, quite niche, like, drum and bass from sort of circa 2008, because I've
Oh,
just
that's so
got that
good.
all over my shelf, and that was just for me, just the best period where the sort of the liquid drum and bass was good, and we hadn't got the Americans discovering it and EDMing it yet, and it was still a bit jungly in the back. Yeah, that was the good, and also that was the time when I was very much enjoying it the most out in the clubs and things. So,
Yeah, I think when I think of drum and bass, I probably think of sitting in the back of your car. 'Cause I've never really listened to it. So yeah.
eating
Did you
cake.
have it? Yeah, eating cake, eating a cheese board. If it in your car, this is another random memory. Did you have like a stereo that kind of lit up a little bit?
No, no, I drove my
Oh.
mum's car.
What was that? Was it like a Ford
It was,
Focus or something?
a Ford Focus. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It
Yeah,
was it
yeah.
was it was it was a great little thing until I did write it off halfway through uni,
Mhm.
driving
Yeah.
back
Did
from
you hit a
Wellingborough.
deer or something?
Well, no, that was the mistake. I missed the deer and hit the side of the road. So, like,
God.
yes, avoided him and then, like, hit the side of the road and yeah, and thankfully
Yeah.
walked away absolutely scot-free, but
Yeah. Spooky.
yeah. So that's it. That's sort of defined my driving ever since, actually. I'm quite a cautious driver sometimes now, I think, but
Yeah.
that's for the better.
Yeah. You probably you got quite a lot of deer up in Scotland as well.
Yeah, and they're fucking massive. They're like the size of small horses.
Yeah, they are. It's
Massive
huge.
red deer with huge antlers. Yeah, you definitely don't wanna,
Yeah.
yeah, hit one of
We
them.
were away, I think it was probably Easter
Sorry,
time.
I didn't mean to swear, but I wasn't sure if this is a family-friendly show. I just realized I've
Oh, you can swear because when I, post it, I can just click explicit. It's fine.
smart.
Um, but I don't know, according to my stats, no one under the age of 18 listens to this, but mainly somewhere between 35 and 45.
That's, I mean, understandable. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when we were away, we just went to the East Coast and Easter. I was walking my dog in the morning. We were quite rural, quite near the sea, but a deer was walking down the street, the middle of the street in this village that we're in. No one else was around, and it took ages for it to notice us. So it was really just like nicely prancing along, and I was stopped still, being like, "Oh my god, that's cool." It's getting closer and closer, and then it saw us and was like, "Whoa, I'm out of here!" It's absolutely
Yeah,
scarpered.
they do thankfully usually run away, but then what I find sometimes is the one runs away and then his mates follow him
Yes.
across the road, and you're like, "This
Oh
is."
god.
I
Yeah.
actually had to, drive about half a mile in reverse a few weeks ago to escape a bull, a Highland coo bull. And I was working, on a little Scottish island, and they're just free roam, all the animals free. It's amazing, but it
Yeah.
was also frisky season for, so the bull was out with all his, like, lady friends, and the
Oh
lady
god.
friends were behind me, and he was on the
Oh.
road wanting to get to them, and he was giving me
Oh.
the and, like,
Oh no.
and it's about the size of my car. It was absolutely massive.
Oh god. And you're
Um,
driving a red car as well, were you?
no, thankfully not. Yeah, that would have been the end of me. Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, that'd be a very amusing sketch. It's that man
But
being
yeah,
chased in a
I
red
had to
car.
revert, and he was like, "Yeah, I got you."
Yeah.
He gave
God.
me a look.
Yeah. So were you maintaining eye contact with him whilst reversing or?
No, I was looking in the mirror safely, as I
Yeah.
should do, checking
Yep.
my mirrors
Checking over your
over the
blind
shoulder.
spots. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Perfect. Good, good. That
hazards.
wasn't a test, by the way.
No, but, your students might be watching. I don't wanna give them a bad idea.
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll explain to them. If they have a bull in front of them, then yeah, don't
There's a
maintain eye contact.
no.
Yeah, yeah. That's something we've not encountered yet. And this is the thing, when you're teaching someone to drive, you can't go through every scenario. You just gotta give them the skills to keep them safe on the road so they can think
Yeah,
through
yeah.
different scenarios.
I mean, yeah, from my accent, the thing I learned was, yeah, maybe just don't swerve.
But in the moment, it's so hard, isn't it?
Yeah, it is very difficult.
Yeah, yeah. Otherwise, you get a deer through your windscreen.
Yeah, but it's better than putting your windscreen through a tree with you in
Uh-huh.
it.
Yeah. It's a split second thing, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It's very easy to say in hindsight, "Oh, I just steer straight and hit the animal," but, I was on a lesson once and someone swerved out the way of a squirrel, and I was like, "No," because we were on a 60-mile-an-hour road and he swerved onto the other side. There was no one coming. I was like, "No!" I had to pull the wheel back. He was like, "But there's the squirrel." And I was like, "Yeah, try and get it underneath the car, not underneath the
Yeah,
wheels, if you see what I
that's, yeah,
mean."
squirrel, yeah, you've got a couple of wheels, likely he's just gonna have, like, a bit of a
Yeah. We had to pull over and have the chat about, like, technically on a 60-mile-an-hour road, you're not even supposed to swerve for a cat or a dog, but, it's hard, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why these guys
Yeah.
are indoor cats. No one swerves through 'em anymore.
Mm. Yeah. 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 No one swears a minute anymore. So what else you basically haven't been you don't really watch TV, you haven't got enough time?
No, that's not true. I do. I enjoy watching lots of TV. Um, I think, if anything, I find someone else
Talk yeah.
doing something, a story
Uh-huh.
in the background, even if I'm not like what I might sort of binge watch things, but not actually watch them too closely, which really
Yeah.
annoys my partner because I keep asking her what's going on. But it just quietens all the thoughts. So
Yeah.
if I have too much time to myself, I just sit and think about all the stuff I
Yeah.
need for my business, which is
Yeah.
unhealthy.
Yeah. It is. You need to switch off. It's hard though, isn't it? When you run your own business, because it's difficult to be like, right, well, I finished at 5 o'clock now, so I'm going to not think about that now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that has taken me a few years to learn that, and I couldn't do it at the beginning because I was so worried about literally not having any money at all.
Yeah.
So I sort of burnt out. It was, but yeah, you sort of you have to treat it like someone else is paying you as a job,
Mm.
even though it's your baby.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
sometimes you're like, fuck that guy. I'm just gonna
I
have
hate
the
my
day off.
boss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Pull a
Yeah.
sickie.
No,
Why not? Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Well, I didn't pull a sickie, but I had a couple of people on holiday in my diary, so I thought, "Oh, I'm just gonna move 2 people and take the whole day off before the
Well, yeah, I
school
mean, I was about to say
holidays."
it must be quite. You've got to sort of there's like pressure on you to not to like pull a sickie or because you've
Mm.
kind of let
Oh, I can't.
someone else's schedule down.
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
yeah, I don't have that sort of thing. I have
Yeah.
clients, but I don't. They're companies, so I don't really care about their livelihoods. Um,
Yeah.
they'll they'll survive
No.
if they turn up for one day. So.
Yeah. Well, that I can't so I basically I don't drink no, cat's back, the cat's back. Um, was that you?
Just say hello.
Oh, right. Great.
It was just reminding me that it's 45 minutes before he gets fed. So
What? That's late.
yeah, little and often.
Oh, okay. Fair
Yeah.
enough. Yeah, yeah. My dogs we used to feed my dogs 6 o'clock in the evening. Then in lockdown, because we were in the house, it got earlier and earlier. Yesterday, I fed her at 3:30 'cause I just was
Then
like
surely she's not at midnight going like, "Well, it's breakfast time now."
no, she just knows it's in the morning and in the afternoon. It's
Yeah.
the trouble is, though, if you're in the house from, like, 2:30 onwards, she'll just come and stare at me or rest her head on me and just be like, "It's nearly dinner time." I'm like, "It's not technically, like 4 o'clock is when I'm supposed to feed you." But hey. It was because I was going back out again to work, so I was like, "Well, you're not gonna get fed till 6 o'clock otherwise." That is why I gave
Yeah,
it to her at 3 o'clock.
that's it. No,
But
you
there we go.
can't have hungry animals, that's just not fair, is it?
No, it's not fair at all. Not fair at all. So thanks very much for, coming on the podcast and having a chat.
No, me, it was fun. Good to catch up with you.
Well,
That's,
this is exactly the point of the
yeah.
podcast because I haven't when I saw you at Tom's wedding, which is now 2 years ago,
Right.
we were like, "Yeah, let's, keep in contact."
Yeah,
And
exactly. It
obviously
was like, "I'll come down to Yorkshire, see you next week," and that
yeah.
yeah.
Exactly, and then when I sent you the message to be like, "Let's do you wanna come to the podcast?" I was like, "I haven't contacted Murray since the wedding." So so that's the whole point of this podcast was to catch up with friends really, and so perfect, absolutely perfect, and I'm sure everybody is gonna be excited to hear you.
Well, yeah, so now this has actually made me realise I'm probably gonna go back through your
Back
history,
catalogue.
yeah, to catch up with all the other people you've spoken to. Then I don't need to do it myself. Um,
Yeah, exactly.
and
Well, I don't need
we
to.
can all just carry on in our parallel lives, just doing, whatever.
Well, I was thinking of actually maybe, like, starting to do 2 people, have a little threesome. Our podcast.
Difficult. It's whether one person takes over, someone might end up getting left out. That's the problem.
Very true. But I'm don't I don't mind sitting back and watching while whilst other people are talking, catching up,
Yeah,
that's fine. And,
yeah,
but
that's
yeah,
yeah, yeah, that.
s 'cause, I think that might add in an extra layer of hilarity, just the extra chat. But yeah, thanks for coming on, and, we can do it again in the future sometime for sure. This is
Sure,
how we communicate now.
perfect. Yeah, works for me.
Great, cool. Well, oh,
Nice
sorry, I've
one.
got a catchphrase. I forgot. So I normally say at the end of the podcast, I normally say, "It's nice to chat." But then when I said it to my friend the other day, she replied with, "It's always nice to chat." So now when I say it's nice to chat, I get people to say, "It's always nice to chat" afterwards. So it's nice to chat.
It's always nice to chat.